So, I've had this Galaxy Fold for a few months, and honestly, it's a great phone. You can open it up, you get all this hands-on, big screen, you can go through, do whatever you want, really. I mean, just like any other phone. The only thing that I really don't know is this crease just makes me paranoid that eventually it's going to crack. I know it's the 4, and they've done a lot of work on it, but it still just kind of makes me a little bit paranoid. It's got a Snapdragon in it. I believe the 8 Gen 1, maybe the 2. I'd have to look it back up. But for example, the screen is really good. Don't get me wrong. I've used it countless times where I just set up the kickstand and it sits like this, and I just watch whatever's going, you know, like whatever I feel like. Now, the only thing I don't like is it turns on you. The volume's really good.
That's not how you eat them.
As you can
This
see,
is my first time in business class.
Very cool.
as you can see, the volume is really loud. They have a speaker right here, and another one right here. I was going to say, I believe another one. The only thing I don't like is how the screen will turn on you versus just staying this way. Other than that, I mean, it's got all the same features any Samsung phone does. You can scroll down. Of course, you can get all those features. From there, you've got your call log. You've got your text over here, your camera. And the camera is still pretty good as well, as you can see. So, and then the camera has, of course, the 3 cameras. The kickstand is pretty easy to put on, as well as the pin. You just slide it on. This is a Samsung case that I got for free when I actually pre-ordered the phone. I'm actually about to do a trade-in because I just got the S23, so I have to send this in. But as you can see, the kickstand works pretty good if you end up getting this phone. It's not very good when it's closed, but when it's open, as you can see, it's still pretty good either way. The pin only works on the inside because it's got a special tip that's only good for this part of the phone, and it won't work on this part, as you can see, versus me tapping it wakes it up, and then this doesn't do anything. I liked the phone, honestly, but like I said, I just had a little bit of paranoia with the fold part of it, and this part right here actually feels like you're holding like 2 phones put together because of that weight, which I ended up getting pretty sick right after I got this phone, and I was wearing basketball shorts to the hospital a lot, and with that weight, it just constantly was pulling on my shorts, even with them tied. So it ended up kind of being an annoyance on how heavy this phone can be compared to like the S23. They're similar because this has a little bit of extra weight I feel they put in it, but this just, with this metal part, made it feel like I'm holding like this plus another phone. As you can see, here's the comparison in screen size on the S23 versus the Fold. But of course, the Fold's gonna overall win when you do this, because yeah, you've got a little bit of size difference, as you can see, but you're getting more screen for your buck. This was the 512 gig that I got as a free upgrade from the 256, and it cost me, I believe, with a trade-in, $1,100, because the Fold is a little more expensive. I'm trading this in, and I'm getting, well, I got this. I ended up with the trade-in only paying, I believe, $300 or $400 for the S23, and they gave me this free case, and I got 2 other cases and a coupon for 1 more case because the system deleted the other case I selected when I was originally checking out. I don't actually like these 2 hard plastic cases. because it makes it hard to get off this phone. And on top of that, they collect fingerprints really bad, as you can see, and dust. This is part of their little gadget that you can put on there. You twist it and you can pull it off, I believe, and then twist it to lock it. It's right there. It's part of their new little thing that they've been doing. Honestly, it's been about a week since I put this on, so I kind of forgot how I got it on there. I knew it's kind of hard to get on there, honestly. But yeah, I personally don't like either of these two. I mean, they're similar. This just comes with this gadget thing glued onto it. I'm getting sidetracked. Overall, gaming on this phone was a little difficult. I mainly did it. One thing I also like is that's a fingerprint scanner in your power button. You've got your volume. I mainly gamed on this screen, mainly just because I play Marvel Contest of Champions, and when I did it on the big screen, it was glitchy, versus on this screen, where it actually looked okay. As you can see right here, it's just one of the games I've been playing since it actually came out about 9-10 years ago. As you can see, the game looks okay right here. And I know that this is a third party versus Samsung. So you're going to have that possibility that it's not optimized for this phone, making it glitchy whenever you go from this screen, which looks normal. You've got your fight going here. I'm going to pause it, if it will pause, and then open the phone. And then as you can see, the game looks similar. Right now it's not actually being glitchy. Of course, since I said that, it's not going to do it. Most of the time, whenever I open the game on this screen, down here would be like gray fuzz, and up here as well, a little bit of gray fuzz. But the game actually looks normal. Let me see if I press that and reload it, if it looks a little different. But of course, this game might not be optimized for the Fold versus, the game, versus the game being actually optimized for other phones, like the S23 series or the S22 series or any of the iPhone 13, 14 series or any other phone. Just kind of chit-chatting here. But as you can see, it doesn't look too glitchy right now, of course, since I said that. And then as well, if you've never actually had a Samsung Note or use of the S Pen, it's pretty cool. You have this whole screen area. You can create a note, which I found very useful when I was doing maintenance. View your notes. You can do Smart Select, which is really good for basically if you wanted to, say, screenshot something, you could go in and just get that one little thing. It also works for text, where you say you're trying to copy somebody's username because they sent it to you, but it won't let you copy it through normal text. You can do this, and let's see if I can find a way to pull it up. I have to re-sign in. I had to change my password. I don't know. So say you wanted to copy OneDrive because you couldn't copy it through a text. You can do that. And then, of course, you can grab that by clicking this and then copy it, which is a pretty cool little feature with the S Pen. From there as well, you can do screen write, which that comes in handy if you're trying to sign a document and you don't have a computer to go in and do it. And while doing it through the email, you're having a glitch or something, you could do screen write where you copy the whole document And then at the bottom, you can color in by doing this little feature, and you can be like, hello, as you can see. From there, they also have other things like AR Doodle, live messages, where live messages is kind of cool. You can go in, you can select, like, say, draw on the black background, and then you can just do hi. Sorry, let me try that again. Hi, how are you? I'm writing pretty fast, so it looks sloppy. You hit done, and then it makes it like a little movie where it shows you actually writing. As you can see, and then you can hit done. It saves it, shows you actually writing, doing everything on the screen, and then you can send it to a friend, whatever you may want to do. As well as you've got pinup, which is a pretty cool little feature. You can go in. Now they have coloring, they have drawing. Personally, when I'm super bored, I'll do the coloring, and as you can see, there's one I started. Totally forgot about this one, but you can go in, color independently. You can fill it in like this. You can select any of these options, from pencil to airbrush to crown to felt pen, and you can go in and you can color however you feel if you're that bored. And then as well, you can add other features to this area by adding in other things like write on calendar, Bixby Vision, glance, magnify, or any other app you may want to add in. Then by using your pen, you can select it, it will open the app. And then these are apps, I believe, that you can also use your S Pen in if you're really wanting to. Just the ones up here, not all the other apps. All right, well, anyways, like I said, I've had this phone for a few months. Personally, it was a good phone. I'm trading it in. I'm sending it in today. It was a good phone. I liked it a lot. I just honestly didn't like it as much as I would prefer the S22 series Ultra or the S23, which that's what this one is, which I'm getting for trading this one in. Of course, you've got the S Pen actually put into the phone. I got this case for free, which is pretty cool, as well as this case, which is the Samsung case. My personal things I didn't like about the Fold were basically this part right here, making the Fold kind of heavy, almost like holding two phones, like I said earlier. And another thing was basically you can see that crease no matter what you do. You can see it a lot of the times, unless you do kind of a dark scene, scene where like you have the light off and you're watching something, then you don't see it as much. But as you can see that crease pretty good. And until they kind of make the phone a little bit better, I don't think I'm gonna get another Fold for a while. Just basically because, like, let's go back and play this. As you can see the
witness something
while watching
in the future.
But if you do certain angles
There ought to be
and it's
simpler way
dark,
to kill a girl.
you might not see it as much. You know, if it's dark enough, you might not see that crease. But as you can see, it's there. It's kind of annoying. So yeah, the crease and the weight of the phone were my two biggest annoyances. Other than that, the phone was really good. But the crease made me paranoid that eventually it might crack and I'd have to send it in, pay for it to get fixed, or possibly Samsung has a warranty. I don't know how that works. Where I'd rather just prefer to have glass with a screen protector and a free case, of course, or a case I might buy. Sorry. I don't know how that hair got on there. It's a dog hair. As you can see, this case is pretty easy to get off. And I got the sky blue for my trade-in for the Fold. And I do have a nice screen protector film, of course, because of the rounded screen. I wish Samsung would just make these flat so I could put tempered glass on this instead. Just because I like tempered glass a lot more than film, because film can peel up, or like the person who put this on, don't know if you can see it, but they got a little hair under there, which film sucks for that. I mean, you can get it on tempered glass as well, but tempered glass is just a little bit easier to put on than film, in my opinion. But that is my personal phone review on the Fold. I liked it. On a 1 to 10 scale, I'd give it a 7, just because of my personal annoyances with the weight and the crease being there at all times, no matter what you do. It is just there. So, all right. Well, I got to send this in, wipe it, and send it in as soon as possible. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. I am trying to build a channel here. Personally, I think I've always been into phones and tech. So give me a chance. Subscribe, watch, share if you can. And thank you for your time. Have a good one.